Hey Chika, how and where did you and CHILESHE'S meet?
Hello. At uni.
At uni, at Brunel University. So, my best friend Norma went to school with CHILESHE'S. I think CHILESHE'S just appeared at the house one day. Really? It's like a friend coming over.
I did appear at the house. I lived around the corner from them. And then it was uni day, so obviously I was looking for food. And I knew Norma would have food because she's more responsible than I am. And Chica was in her room, I think. Yeah. So I just stopped by to say hi. And the thing is, with most of the girls, I think they didn't want to go out.
Yeah, and CHILESHE'S and I used to party.
Yeah, we used to party. Even before we became friends, we were just always the ones that were keen to go out.
Yeah, we used to rave. Right?
Yeah, even like Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. Saturday rest. And the best part about partying with Chica is that she just likes to dance, to have fun.
We have fun.
We don't sit down.
No, we don't.
When we go out.
And we don't even need to drink.
Unless if we're like tired or something. Yeah, we don't even need like a drink.
We just love to dance.
Love to. And that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
10 years. Chico!
Do you think it's enough for someone to save and start a business in Zambia? For someone considering returning with a family?
Okay, first of all, when it comes to money, right? On your first outset, you're not going to capture all of your costs. So what I would say, the lump sum that you have, half that, and try and do everything you need to do within that half. Because I'm telling you, the less amount of money you have, the more innovative you become and resourceful as well. The more money you have, you just pay for things. Pay at the rate that it's been given to you. When you have a little bit of money, oh my gosh, you'll be surprised how far that little bit of money goes.
Make sure that everything is income generating. All your actions are directly income generating, like
including your staff. They must be making you money.
Yeah, each person should earn an income. Like, we try to make sure each person is related to some sort of an income. Just start to generate sales. I think even before a business, maybe start trading already in whatever you're doing. So a business is just a support of whatever action you're already doing. So if you're consulting and you're doing business plans for people, start doing the business plans, then generate the infrastructure behind, only because now you're burdened, you need someone sitting in at the office, or you need a runner to go to different places for you. Look at it that way. I think for me that's the best thing you could do. Some people really like the brick and mortar, the glass, the prestige. I used to be that person. That stuff costs money. And then think about it. If that stuff brings you money, that's the time you should do it. Yeah. And then also you just think about that. Imagine I don't earn enough for like 6 months. How will my family be? Yeah. If I don't earn enough for 12 months, how will my family be? And even with your partner, you discuss and you say, how will our relationship be if I'm not earning money for the next 3 years, or the next 2 years, and the next 1 year? And then you'll know that I can only give this 3 months, I can only give this 6 months, I can only give this. Have your exit strategy ready if necessary. Because there's no such thing as failing. You would have learned a lesson. Yeah, you take that away, and if you decide to start up another business, you have so much valuable knowledge. And you don't even think that what if. Yeah. You've done it, and it's out of your system. Have a proof of concept for whatever businesses that you want to do. I asked CHILESHE'S the other day about agriculture. So a lot of people in Zambia retire into agriculture. And then there are some young people that are interested in agriculture, but they say that they don't have the capital, they don't have XYZ to be able to start. So I said to CHILESHE'S, how do they start? So just start by trying it, because agriculture sounds like, you have a massive piece of land, you start farming, which it is. But you need to understand what insecticides you need to use. You need to understand when is the right time to plant. So you just get a little plant pot, put it out here in your garden. You start growing. Just grow that one veg. You understand everything that goes into making that plant or that vegetation grow, down to the time scale. Everything you understand. So then when you have your
business plan or your business profile put together.
You've already done the trialing.
You've done the trialing. And if anything, you're probably at that point able to get funding because you've proved that you understand how this thing works.
Yeah, there's no set amount. You can't say 1,000 to 2,000.
No, you can't.
Nothing. No, you can't really.
The airport terminal will be completed. And what is your favourite airline when travelling to Zambia? You are also returning to England. Are you staying permanently or returning back to Zambia later? I don't know when the airport's going to be completed.
I don't know if they know when the airport's going to be completed, because we would have had an end date now.
Yeah, things look like they're happening. There's an Instagram page called Zambian Airports, and they post updates on there, so you can have a look on there. My favourite airline. My favourite airline is Emirates, but can I afford Emirates every time? You guys, I have been through it. It gives me anxiety just thinking about getting on Ethiopia Airlines next. It's rough.
Think about it as a cultural experience. And you're doing something pro-Africa.
Yeah, okay. I can think about it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you flying with them next?
So the question is, you are also returning. Okay, this is why I'm not flying, period.
I am returning back to England. I will return back to Zambia sometime. Who knows? It might even be this year. Auntie Dorian says she's going to marry off Chileche this year, so...
I would love if I get married this year. My mum really, her juju's strong.
It's strong. You can see her putting that. She'll just be putting holy water on your door.
And sing her novenas each night.
Okay, then. As two youngish...
Diana! Chika! You're old, my friend, so youngish.
She said too young.
Young. So young, but I represent the young from both of us. You represent more the ish from both of us.
Okay, question. As two youngish female entrepreneurs, have you experienced any prejudice or discrimination based on your age or gender whilst in Zambia? And how is your experience of this or lack of contrasted with your experiences working and living in other countries? Okay, Diane. Miss Hillary. Very good question.
So, have we experienced prejudice and discrimination? Yes.
Yes.
Face discrimination through age and through gender.
Yes.
And this can take many forms.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you want to give... Because the examples are endless.
I think my biggest issue with all of it is just a lack of respect. Because I can ask the question, or Dad can ask the question, and the answer's going to be two different things. When I first arrived, I was very diplomatic, you know, whereas Chileche was very firm. And I used to think, why is she so hard?
Chileche is so mean.
Why is she so hardcore? And then people started taking the piss.
Chika then became hardcore.
Ah.
I was even like, oh, Chika, that,
To cut a long story short, he was supposed to deliver our aprons. He had done some embroidery on it. He said he was going to come. One day he didn't come. Another day he didn't come. Another day he didn't come. So eventually, and I needed it for our photo shoot. The guy eventually came. So I took them. I said, oh, okay, they look very nice. And I said to him, you know, when I came to this country, they said Zambia is a Christian nation. You know, in the 10 Commandments, it says, thou shalt not lie. He said, yeah. I said, well, you've lied to me on countless days to say that you were coming and you didn't come. So for every single day, I'm going to deduct, I think it was 10 kwacha. Yeah, 10 kwacha from each day. So we went through each lie and I just deducted 10 kwacha, 10 kwacha, 10 kwacha. And he just looked at me. And he said, I feel bad. I said, I feel bad too. You lied to me. Anyway, I left him with what was remaining of his funds, and that was it. But honestly, guys, at that point, you know when you've had enough.
So one thing is that you could have maybe things like say an opportunity that's on the table for everybody, the girl is going to be left out or the female is going to be left out. And if you go for that, they will feel like you don't know your position. Other times you're not allowed to speak or respond, or even the way you respond, you shouldn't respond too strongly. Other times you have to you hear yourself becoming more apologetic to say, oh, sorry, that's happened, or sorry, that happened. Or sometimes you say sorry for things that aren't your fault, just to get the end goal in mind. So say they made a mistake or da-da-da, you're like, oh, sorry, that happened, but anyway, I'm here to pick up the products. And you just have to suck that up. Other things that you get harassed, being looked at, being, you know, like looked, like there's certain type of like
an object.
You can, like an object, you know. You can, there should be a, like, I think there's like an attraction, which is okay, then there's perversion, which is a little bit off, you know. Being touched, other times, like the other day we were out, someone pushed Chika, you know, things like that. Like, obviously I can't match your physical strength, and this is why people like Chileshe, why are so, you know, aggressive and violent and things like that. But you have to be, otherwise you're just gonna be, you know, oh, what other things is there? There's an endless list, and the reason why I'm going through this is some people don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
And they like to think like, okay, yeah, Zambia is liberal. Yeah, it's true. It's free, it's fair. We can, you know, we can drive around, we can vote. All of these fundamentals are there. But there's certain things that make it difficult in terms of the way women can participate in an economy versus a man. There's certain people I disagree with, but for them to be in that position, I knew they had to go through like a lot more grilling. And what it means is that each time you have to work twice as hard. You always have to prove yourself. And if you get there on the other side, yeah, you get there, but it's not like you're even proud. You get there and you're just super aggressive and you're angry and you're calloused, but it's just because of all the experiences that you have to overcome, and you feel that the people coming up after you don't understand how much you had to go through. Some people say it's fine, but I'm telling you, in Zambia, even the most independent women, sometimes if the husband says you're cooking tonight, you're cooking.
Yeah. The man is the head of the house.
If he says you're cleaning, you didn't iron, the sheet is not going anywhere. So when you see even a minister and she's out there, or an ambassador, and she's speaking, best believe before she left the house, she cooked, she cleaned, she ironed, she did all those kind of things before she could do what she wants to do and just be a woman. And whereas men, they have their own responsibilities. I do understand that, but they don't have to take care of community first before they can become themselves. They can serve themselves and then take care of community. The people that are doing the victimization, please, you guys need to also be educated on how it's actually impacting us. Because until you see that half of the economy isn't working because half of the women aren't working, then you realize that, oh man, our GDP is X amount when it could be doubled if women were working. That you start to, you know, think about things like that. Or not just working, just being creative, being happy. Yeah, okay, I'm done. But I have to say that I have lived in other countries 10 years out of my life. And if it's not ageism that you're facing, being a woman still is still a thing in different countries.
I think
it's more subtle than its race. Than its race. I wasn't aware that I wasn't aware about how black I was until I went to Switzerland. Yeah. I am a minority, and I'm very comfortable being a minority, right? Like, if you say going to private school or whatnot, so people's awareness about the world is different. In Switzerland. In Switzerland, each time there was a question about Africa, it's like, okay, let's ask the African. Whereas when I was growing up either in London or when I was growing up in Zambia as well, if someone wanted to know about Africa, everybody can put up their hands because they've either researched about it, they've spoken about it, they know someone, but it just perplexes me sometimes how people could be so well educated and researched and not know something's a racist. You know, it's like, oh, okay, no, I didn't know that. You're like, no, you know everything else. You know how to save lives. You know how to, you know, to build cars. You know how to build weapons and machinery, but you don't know about a weave, and that is available on YouTube. It perplexes me, some of these things.
Lastly, then, everyone says introduce Chileshe. So we've answered a few questions, but ultimately this is Chileshe. She is my friend. We met at university. She started business from when she was 8 years old. Very passionate about the youth, very passionate about women, advancing women. That's it, no more CHILESHE'S.
Yes.
Sorry guys, we need to just say bye now then. Until I return.
No, because you're still going to be posting videos and even after videos.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do after, but we'll see. No, but about you. People want to see you.
Yeah, they've seen me and they can play back to the other videos so we get more views.
Peace and love in every language. Yeah. Bit of variety.
We could have even answered this whilst on the safari.
Ducking. Vegetation.
Yes, the thing is...